to another video in which I'm going to be showing you the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Palin. This is an absolutely beautiful tarot deck that I chose to buy for myself some time ago. It is made by Schiffer or Red Feather, and it comes in a really large magnetic closed cardboard box. It's such a beautiful tarot deck though. So let's get round to having a look at what's in this box. Inside the box you will find the Everyday Enchantment Tarot Guidebook and the Everyday Enchantment Tarot cards. The guidebook is one of the most comprehensive guidebooks that I have come across thus far when it comes to tarot. It is the most brilliant guidebook for beginners because it tells you absolutely everything. It's not just one of them little white books that you get. It's a complete comprehensive guide. It is in total 174 pages in length. Every single card is given a really thorough explanation. You have keywords, you have images. Yes, it's printed in black and white, but it really doesn't matter. You get the story behind the image, the story of the card, and loads of ideas for what the meaning may be. And that's the same both for the minor arcana and for the major arcana. Okay. And in this book, as well as the cards, you also get a cards at a glance sheet. I love this because you can open this and pop it on your desk and just have a quick look if you're not quite sure. As well as the sheet for the guidance, you get some thoughts on how to use the deck. And this is your contents page, so you can see just how much you are getting. Okay, there aren't any spreads in this book, but that really doesn't matter. The book is so thorough in explaining the meaning behind the cards. It is the ideal set of tarot cards for a beginner reader or an advanced reader. So let's have a look at the cards. Here is the Everyday Enchantment Tarot deck. As you can see, in difference to my hand, this is a huge tarot deck. The cards are really, really big, and quite a few people have taken these cards, which are bordered, and they've taken the border off and left just the colour at the bottom with the labelling. I'd love to be able to do that to these cards, but I do not trust myself with any cutters or strimmers or any of that kind of malarkey, so I'm leaving my cards just as they are, and the backs of them are absolutely beautiful, and they are beautifully symmetrical as well, which I would worry that if I was going to start cutting these cards that they wouldn't be perfectly symmetrical. So we'll take a look at the cards. We'll begin with the Fool. You can see the imagery in these cards is so bright, so beautiful, so busy, so informative. They're such easy cards to read. There's so much meaning there that you can see behind the cards, and the message is just so clear. The Magician. How beautiful is that? The High Priestess. You may have noticed that each of the major arcana cards have black borders to them, and each of the suits also have specific colours for the individual suits, so they are colour coded. And this reminds me a little bit of the Hip Chick Tarot that I've shown you in the past in terms of it being colour coded. I like the colour coding, it makes reading easier. The Empress. This is just adorable. It's certainly motherhood and the idea of, you know, being in the family helm and being that natural kind of lady. I love it. It's busy, it's great, it's full of life. The Emperor. How lovely is that? His mobile phone and his coffee, shaking his handshake. And the picture of his family in the background showing the importance there that he has towards family. And the eagle in the sky. You know, that boss figure. The Hierophant. The Lovers. I think this is just such an adorable card because it takes away that young kind of image of lovers and makes it, you've got the young lovers in the background, but you've also got the lifelong lovers here. And that's just wonderful. And the dog, the golden retriever, I think that's beautiful. These cards are fully inclusive, you know, every age, every race, every gender, how it should be. This is a Chariot. got to say, that skateboard looks a bit wobbly to me, but that looks a good card. Strength, and I love this card. You even had disabilities in there, and it's just so inclusive. It's how tarot should be. It's certainly traditional in terms of the message, but the images are far more modern. They're an up-to-date tarot deck, and I like that. The Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. I'm not sure he's entirely happy about that wheel running off, but still, it's a lovely card. Justice. The Hanged Man. Death. I think this card's just so beautiful. Just so lovely. Temperance. Look at her face. The Devil. Now this, I love this card. I just love how he's like, are you coming for the ride, babe? Cash in my hand, drinks in the back, let's go. Down a one-way street in the wrong direction, but hey ho, let's do it anyway. I love this card for the Devil. It's just brilliant. The Tower. Another brilliant Tower card. Poppy Palin's cards are really punchy. They're so awesome. And the Star. I love this, you know, pulling her out of the rubble, or pulling him out of the rubble, however way you want to see it. The Moon. Some of these brands in the background, I think in 20 years' time we'll be saying, who was phoned for you? The Sun. Such a beautiful card. This is the card that's also featured on the packaging for the deck. Judgment. And the World. How beautiful is that? It reminds me when you're coming down in an aeroplane and you can see all the fields below. That kind of idea of all them fields below. But look, they've been knitted. They've been sewn together by the people. Oh, it's just lovely. So moving on to the minor arcana now. The Suit of Wands is bordered in a nice rusty red colour. And you can see the paintbrushes here being used as wands. Absolutely glorious. Two of Wands. Love this card. It reminds me of my son because he plays the drums. Three of Wands. And the Four of Wands. That celebration and bright colours. It's just beautiful. All the images in these decks are just amazing. Five of Wands. The dog's there pulling a stick between themselves. But the kid's just playing a game. Do they need to be battling? The Six of Wands. Hurdling across there. And the Seven of Wands. I love this card. This idea of peaceful protest and dealing with one thing at a time. And her important thing there is obviously the family tree. Yeah, it's good. Eight of Wands. And there's so much more to the images. I mean, you can find so many more messages in these cards than just your traditional tarot. The Nine of Wands there. And the Ten of Wands. This looked a bit like me yesterday. Oh dear. It was one of them days. Page of Wands. Out in the woods with a torch. But watch out for that snake there. Knight of Wands. On his motorbike with a spanner. Queen of Wands. This is beautiful with the fireworks in the background. And the King of Wands. You know, all these people that are shown in these cards are just so diverse. It's lovely. Ace of Cups. So these are blue now, as you can see, the borders. The cups obviously are a watery kind of suit, so they have the blue background. Two of Cups. I think this is so lovely. Three of Cups. And the Four. And the Five. How lovely is that dog? Six of Cups. Look at the colours in this card. They're just so bright. It's just such a wonderful, vibrant, colourful, interesting deck. Seven of Cups there. One day I'll have a tattoo. Eight of Cups. I love the soap suds and the bubbles in the sink there. And the 9 of Cups, that happiness and cheer and celebration, contentment. And the 10 of Cups and the rainbow there. Oh, these cards are just wonderful. Page of Cups. How sweet is that? This just reminds me of my daughter with the art in her hand and flowers around her hair and purple Wellingtons and pink tights. Totally Evelyn. Knight of Cups. The Queen of Cups. And the King of Cups. This reminds me of someone else too. So, Ace of Blades. We're not on swords, we're on blades, and that's absolutely fine. I'm not keen on this image just because I don't like taking my animals to the vets, but hey ho. 2 of Blades. And the 3 of Blades. And she's holding the pincushion there, so the heart's got the swords in it, if you will, the 3 swords, but it's a pincushion. I love it. 4 of Blades. That rest. I love the autumn leaves there. And the 5 of Blades. And the 6. Ice skating away from the cracks, look. 7. Look at the vibrant colours. They're just amazing. 8. And the 9. This is lovely. And the 10. Yeah, that's not somewhere you want to be, is it? And then we've got the Page. And the Knight. I'm not sure I trust him with my hair, but hey ho. And the Queen. And the King. So they're all in purple. Now we've got the coins. And they are all in green, which is a nice earthy colour to represent the pentacles there, or the coins. So you've got the Ace of Coins. And the 2 of Coins. And I love this card with the badge. The 3 of Coins. Look, if you go back, sorry, the 3 of Coins is even on the name of the badge. It's lovely. 4 of Coins. Sandcastle building there. With a little crab. The 5 of Coins. This lady actually looks like someone I know. 6 of Coins. And the 7 of Coins. I love that card. It's so beautiful. The 8 of Coins. And the 9. And the 10. How gorgeous that. It's just so lovely. And then we've got the Page. The Knight. The Queen. And finally the King. And this is just so beautiful. The entire deck is beautiful. It's extremely big. As you can see in my hands, it is really, really, really big. So if I took another card, for example, this is from the Dark Mansion, and I laid it against these cards, you can see the size difference there. It's massive. So these cards are so big, and when they arrive, they come in this box and they're actually separated in 2 piles. This is a bugbear of mine. I don't like separating my tarot decks, but this is such a big deck that I had to make a really, really big pouch. So these cards now live in this pouch, and they stay on my shelf, and I read from these almost every other day. They are one of my favourite decks, and though, like I said, I've seen people cut them and trim them and make them slightly smaller, I just don't do it. I mean, I know that it's, you know, difficult to shuffle at times, but I love Poppy's work so much. I'm just not willing to sacrifice anything of it to, you know, change it. I don't want to change it. Speaking of Poppy, I would like to send her my well wishes at this time and to say thank you for your incredible work, as it has changed my life. So, thank you for watching. This is the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. If you are interested in getting your own copy, you can buy it online. I think you can get it through Amazon, or you can get it through Schiffer, or if you're in the UK, through the Gazelle book distribution service. Thanks for watching, stay safe and take care.